Okay. When do you want me to start?
Yeah, in another 10 minutes is fine. I wish I could see my audience. Well, people are joining.
Have to keep that close.
Hey, Andy. I'm so excited. Thank you.
But you know, once you get going, it'll be accelerated. People are interested in learning, so that's the okay. Oh, good. Your water's good. Yeah, could you put a Tran on that? So I know that their tools or whatever you can see.
你挡就挡住他了，保护给他了。Why don't you sit in the front of the
Oh, it's great to see everybody here.
Why don't you use the mic? Use the mic.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad that everybody's here. We have a nice crowd here for the September event. And Kien Tran is here to present his excellent abilities in presenting flowers and other plant material to blow your mind and show you how to make your own. My name is Clayton Jones. Should introduce myself. I'm the chapter president of the San Francisco Rose Society, which also can blow your mind. If you want to go ahead and join us anytime, go ahead and sign up as a member because we have fun. This is something that we've been doing once a month here in the Rose Garden. Every month we put on an event. It's fun to be part of this, so please go ahead and pitch in if you want to. You learn all kinds of things, you meet all kinds of people. It's a great way to, you know, spend some time now and then. Just talk to me or anybody else who's here if you're interested in taking part. You learn about other plants other than roses, but and for the most part, it's just a good way to participate. So thank you for being here and being part of our group. And I'll go ahead and move into the main event. But first, I want to go ahead and make sure that I show some appreciation for somebody who's been a big part of our group for a long time. So this is a volunteer organization. Nobody gets paid for doing anything. And for the longest time, we've had people who are experts in roses bringing people in and making sure that one person or another learns how to do things, and then somebody else takes over. This is a rose society that's been around for 80 years, bringing knowledge and ability and showing people the way to do gardening effectively. And so here in San Francisco, a lot of people have been giving their expertise and their knowledge and their abilities and just working hard behind the scenes to do this. And I wanted to go ahead and introduce you to somebody who's been making sure that this has been happening. Her name's Marianne Raza, and she's here. So please step up. Because we wanted to go ahead and show our appreciation.
Oh, thank you.
Because she's been a mainstay of our organization for so long that she deserves a little bit of recognition.
Thank you.
Now, our society is the American Rose Society. That's been around for 150 years. Somebody correct me. And the American Rose Society sent her the American Rose Society bronze medal.
Whoa.
Oop, I dropped it in the grass. Oh no.
Oh, wow. It's really
So,
bronze.
yeah.
Hey, it's got my name on it too.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. So wear it proudly.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow, I didn't think I'd ever get anything like this. It's amazing. Thank you very much. I don't have really anything to say other than it's been actually a pleasure to help steward this society through rough times, because I don't know if you're aware that in San Francisco, flower societies were a big part of our culture in San Francisco, and over the years, other things have displaced these wonderful, gentle, artistic, heroic things that we've been doing.
Marianne.
Oh. Okay.
Sure, focus.
Shut up, Marianne.
No, no. I just wanted to make sure you get all of it.
Wow.
Okay. This is the president's citation from the San Francisco Rose Society, and this is in honor of your service, because
Oh, thank you.
the thing about running a rose society is like any society. Most of what you do is pretty thankless. You work long hours making sure that things are done. And I don't know if anybody here has done a little bit of that work, but it seems like things just sort of happen on their own, but they don't. You're always making calls and making sure that somebody knows something and doing things that should be done, but won't be done. And so President Marianne has been doing that seemingly forever. And so yes, you are a mainstay. Yes, you weren't really tired. No, yeah, and you wake up at night and you think, oh, that needs to be done.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, you haven't really stopped doing it yet, have you? You're still thinking about it.
It's
But
worth
that's
it.
okay.
It's
That's
worth
okay.
it. Yeah.
Now that you have this, you can just forget about it.
Yeah. Not really. It's more of a challenge now. Thank you, Clayton.
And here's the bronze medal award.
Oh,
I know you're not gonna be able to carry all this stuff
Oh
home.
yeah, that's
That's okay.
amazing. No, I
So
can't carry it
there's
now.
your plaque. All
I
right.
don't want to let it drop
And
on the
the
ground.
American Rose Society doesn't
That's
give this
amazing.
out to just every Tom, Dick, Harry, and Marianne. So you really earned this
Oh, thank
as
you.
a hard-working member
Oh, thank you.
of the San Francisco Rose Society and
Yeah.
the American Rose Society in general.
Oh, thank you
So
very
we
much.
just want to give you a pat on the
Oh,
back.
thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Want to say a few words?
No, all I wanted to say really was, community service. Community service is actually a very fulfilling thing to do if you believe in it. And I really believe in this selflessly because I love my city, and that's part of it. I mean, San Francisco has this magnificent park, and all of these services available to us, and learning how to, take care of flowers and I think the Hall of Flowers is a historical monument to that period of time in the 50s when people were really you know, out growing roses and flowers, all kinds of flowers. So it's part of our history, and I'm proud to support it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, and before we continue on, I'd like everybody to just do one last thing. We all know that today is the 11th of September. So seeing as this is a day that comes once a year, and we all know that we lost so many people on the 11th of September, it's important to remember that physically, not just in our minds. And since we're all gathered together, I thought it'd be important to have a moment of silence, not only for that reason, but because we're here in the Rose Garden and we have a memorial bed up there for the people that we've lost since 2020. I thought it'd be a nice time to just have a moment of silence, just for, you know, 30 seconds or something like that, here together. Thank you. Let's have a show.
First of all, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so humble and honored to be part of the program of this society. And second of all, I would like to congratulate Marian, because without Marian, then I wouldn't be here. And she encouraged me and she helped me, and also with Rose too. I remember Rose years ago. I first met her at the county fair building, and she encouraged me to grow Rose. So thank you, Rose, and congratulations again for all your hard work. So I'm not so comfortable with all the camera, microphone. This sometimes. If you have any questions during my demonstration, just feel free to stop me and ask any question for people here or people online too. So so let's get into the demonstration. Today I'm doing two demonstrations. As you can see, I have this vase here. As a designer, I don't use flower form because I feel like it's not good for environment. So in the past 5 years, also I stopped using flower form. Instead, I use Kensang. It's like the white holder that I can reuse. But this time I use chicken wire and also tape to keep them stable. I think it's very important that when you do flowers, the mechanic is very important. I think that's the key to become a successful successful designer. I think mechanic. So so I'm gonna start first with one design today.
Can you show us the wire?
Absolutely.
You put water in there. Oh, you did.
I already I'm sorry, I already add water, but pretty much I use chicken wire and I fold them. And I fold them one more time, and I put them in, and then I use tape to keep them in place. You know, but this is only for when you use the vase that in this color. But if you use the clear vase, then you don't show mechanic. So you clear tap, and you do it differently than this mechanic. So as a designer, I love using things that locally, because I think it's environment is very important. So I use seasonal flower too. Especially we have dahlia. So I know this is rose, but I also use dahlia too because we dahlia is the official flower of San Francisco. This is called cafe au lait. It's one of the most popular dahlia flower for any bouquet, and it's in season. And I got this one from the flower market from the most well-known nursery growing dahlia called Kien. So if you go to flower market at this time, you will see them carrying tons of different type of dahlia.
And did you use the wire to wire the flower since the head is so heavy? Did you wire the stem?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for your question. Yeah, usually we also wire the stem too to keep the flower, in the shape that you like. But I use the flower based on the character. Like if they do that, I make it like how to show the beauty instead of using wire. For me, it's like a little bit against nature for me. So I try to use them in the way of how they look. Also in this arrangement, in this water, I already use flower food. Usually I buy flour the day before and I process the flowers and then I add the flour food in the water the day before. So overnight the flour will get enough food to get enough, to keep it the best the following day. And then the following day when I arrange the flour, I also add the flour food in the water too. So they always have that's the part of keep them last long too. Dolly, they so Cafe, they so fragile, they so popular. So but at the same time, they wilt very quick too. So I just use them as quick as I can, especially for this kind of kit. Do you guys grow rose at home?
Mhm.
What's your favorite rose in the garden? It's hard to choose one.
All ones.
Sexy Rexy.
Sexy Rexy.
Julia Child.
Oh, Julia Chai. Oh, Julia Chai. You must have it. How about you?
I don't grow roses yet. I'm going to.
Yeah, you go roll after today. David Austin just opened the sale, a few days ago, and most of them they sold out. I went crazy. I don't have a garden myself, so I grow all the roses out in the community garden. I grow almost 300 roses.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is your favorite rose?
That's hard to say, but I love teaching Georgia. So I had her 3.5 years ago, and she put a good show, and she always bring me so much joy, and golden celebration too.
Yeah.
The big flower, fragrant. So I start with the base with all dahlia, and then I will add up. But this arrangement could go very low for the arrangement, and I do two arrangements, one very low and shallow low, and one to be like a upright design. So you guys see the flowers okay?
Yes.
I should turn around toward my face, but I think it's easier for you just to look. We're so lucky that this time of year we have dahlia. Now it's 24. So for this design, I only do one ton of color. So the same color. For my second design, I would do 2 ton of the contrast color. I got these roses at the flower market, and not only I use local flowers, I also buy flower locally too. At the flower market, there's one flower place called Gather Floral. So what they do is they the flower marketplace where all the farmers around the Bay Area they grow flower organically and they sell them there and they are amazing people and the price point is a little bit expensive, but you know that how you support local florists and local farmer. I honestly didn't know the name of the two, but I hope you know that the difference between and cut flower and also garden rose are really different. We have different type of rose for different market. Most of the rose that at the flower market they all come from Ecuador or Colombia. And there's the one very famous cut flower produce a farm called Alexander Farms. If you look it up, they carry one of the most exclusive, most amazing growth collection from Ecuador.
But they're
from
wholesale.
Colombia.
Aren't they? Are they wholesale?
The wholesale, yeah, but,
Yeah, so
but they
you can
don't carry the flower themselves. So you have to order from the local.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Uh,
Do you need to be a florist, or can any member of the public decide to go in there and buy it?
So at the flower market, they have the wholesale hours and also the retail hours. So you can come to during the retail hour and purchase them, and they may charge you different price compared to
It's looking beautiful.
most of the bridal bouquet. People use a lot of garden roses, vernaculars, and dahlia, cafe au lait. I think those two are those that are very common when people ask for bridal bouquet. But these days, you know, because of the gas price has gone up, but the price for flowers has gone up like 40% too. I'm almost done with this design, so it's hard. Usually, I turn out the arrangement around so I can see what it looks like. You know, but I enjoy it fun. It's easy for you guys to look at, but it's a little bit I have to look at what's like the fun. So I'm almost done. I'm 80% done. So now I'm just gonna use some of local garden roses because the look of them they're very looking down. So I will use them. not sure what that is, but by the way, my cousin, she in love, she obsessed with Spirit of Freedom and Summer Song, those two roles that discontinued from David Austin. So if any of you have those in the garden, you would love to share the cuttings, please let me know. You told me earlier, like, if you see a lot of people, ask them, ask people around. So this arrangement will go on what, after the event. Done for my arrangement, for my first
Wow,
arrangement.
it's beautiful.
I got inspiration from one of my colleagues. He did the arrangement similar a few weeks ago. So he inspired me for this design.
Wow, it's beautiful, Ken.
Well, thank you everyone. But feel free to have any question.
Any questions?
Make me feel less nervous.
You're doing really well.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Once the arrangement's done, how long does it stay fresh or how long does it last?
Of course, we all would love them to last forever. But you know, usually for this, if you keep them in a cool place, away from direct sunlight, away from the heat, away from the wind, they can last. I hope 5 days. But for me, these last probably 3 more days maximum, because cafe au lait and garden roses they don't have place line. If you buy the rose like this for a pleasure, if you buy this one, it's a spray rose. They can last for up to 2 weeks or even longer. But they cut flowers, so the purpose was to last long for the base life. But this garden roses, especially for these local, they last. Mostly they last for them to be at the market. So the market open. They do a delivery on Monday, so they open for sale on Tuesday. They cut flower on Sunday, so they dip locally, and then you will get them on Monday to the wholesale, and they will sell on Tuesday. That's for a few days, and when you get home, you process them and you arrange them. And today is Sunday, so it's almost a week for them. So the life is less than compared to this. So I will use more of this one for the second design, and this I believe will be longer lasting because I use little bit different. Yes.
Like to change the water in your flower arrangement? How do you change it?
Good question. For this kind of arrangement, it's a little bit more challenging to change, but I always believe, when you use this mechanic, the flower lasts longer than the flower form. I just pour them out and just hold them. I pour them out, and I just use my my bucket and add more water in. I usually change to in 2 days. Usually for this I don't change it. I just let them there. It's not change. But but if at home, if you do them like if you grow rose, I encourage you to cut the flower, bring them inside, and after 2 days, you just cut at angle. You cut them at angle, and you change the water, and they last for a long time too. That's how I do at home. I mean, the flower you grow is. I personally think it's more beautiful than the flower you buy.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
Yes.
Do you have a method or a recipe? So how you decide how many big flowers and how many small flowers to use?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. For this, for this kind of design, then it's very freely designed, very romantic looking. But when I do design for wedding, for event, we do have recipe. So the head designer that will set the design based on the client require, and And with that requirement, we based on the price of that. Oh, I'm gonna pay you for $200 for that design, and based on that price that they pay us, we will calculate what flower what flower you, what flower, how many of them stay in, because we think about the price of how to make the most profitable for that arrangement. So that usually the case. So we all have recipe like 5 stem, 2 stem of that 5 stem. You have to strictly follow that. Sometimes you can add one in module, but usually because we only buy in order for you, like for example, we do the wedding. So that's most of the time when you do the wedding with a florist, we have only one event per weekend, because they would see they do the consultant months ago with with the bride, the grooms, and they will order the flowers months ahead, and then the week of the event they buy flower on Tuesday, Wednesday, and they hire people. If the big event, then they process the flower. It takes forever, it takes a whole day. If the event is big, like I have sometimes you have like hire more people to do it, because to get this one done too, it takes time. And also, and Wednesday you process, you get ready. Thursday when you arrange, and Friday you arrange one more time. If time, and Saturday you deliver. So that's a whole circle of the florist to do the event. So I also got this sunflowers from the local nursery too. I love sunflowers because it brings you so much energy. I also buy flowers at the farmer market too. Like I used to go to Fairview farmer market on Sunday. That's where I buy my flower too. Except one.
You're so beautiful. Those colors are great.
So in the design, it's very important that you stick with line, mass, color, texture, and line, mass, color, texture. Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you, Mary, for bringing all the apple.
Poor little apple tree. So neglected. Makes the apple look good. Makes
People
it
use
look
a lot
all
of
grown.
food in the design, but
It also looks like wrapper.
scientifically sometimes you maybe not use fruit too, because when the fruit they ripe, they have the gas that make the flower wilted very quick.
Yeah.
That part, so that we don't use fruit that often, but the apple is matching so well with the color. So thank you so much, Marianne.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't do much of green today. This is very unusual of me. I always use green in my design, This is mostly all flowers. My last job at the Fairmont Hotel, my old boss, he loved using flowers. He doesn't use much of green. And I get used to her design, So kind of.
Wow, that's gorgeous. Oh my God.
I also try to use, not as you can see, that I use big flowers at the front, on the bottom, and I use smaller flower on top, because our eyes got trained to look at things like, if we put a lot of design they put like, when you look at the design, if you look at this one, for example, your eye will be here. It could be too heavy, and the proportion and the structure is not balanced. But if your eyes is like trained to look at the bottom part here, heavy flower, dark flower in the back, down here, light flowers, smaller flowers on top. It will create dimension. It create like like a layer of design into the arrangement. And also, it's also good that you also massage the flower too. Sometimes not with this material, but when you do arrangement with the rose and you want them to be the shape you want, sometimes you do massage them and bend them too. I think that's enough. My teacher told me at school, I will never forget what she said to me. She said, do an arrangement in like wearing your clothes. Put underwear first. And then you put your clothes on top. It's also when you do arrangement, you don't show your mechanic. Never ever. Just like you don't want to wear clothes and you show your underwear. And I think that's just so right what you say. As you see, I saved those from the arrange earlier, so I can use for this. Also, we tend to use a lot of water when we put in the design for like usually for like a cylinder basis. So this what happens. So the flower they get the water from the bottom. Sometimes we tend to put the water up here. There's no need because there's no need of the water to be up here. The water just to be at the bottom part and maybe a little bit underneath or two in more. Because if you get the flower too much, you can see the stain they get molded like that. You're not going to use it. But if you give them less water, they get fresh. If you cut them in the next 2 days, then it will last longer than all of so my design now is a little bit one side very flat. So I have to create more dimension so they can look.
I have this dolly I just forgot.
So this pom dolly. I think I also encourage you guys to try the Dolly Society. Because I love the garden to have my garden to have flower year round. So I grow dolly rose. So I grow camellia first because camellia bloom from the fall all the way from usually from the fall. I have flower from November all the way to January and May. And then after that one, I grow hellebora. I love hellebora. So they bloom somewhere from February on to April. And April we have rose, the heart of the garden. And the rose will have all the way to November or December too in San Francisco. And I grow the chrysanthemum too. So I have 4 flowers. I have dahlia, so dahlia bloom in September or August. So I also grow a lot of scabiosa too. Scabiosa lasts very long time in the garden. So quiet. If you have any questions,
Oh.
ask questions. I have,
We're
I
mesmerized.
feel less nervous.
That's a good question, somebody.
Maybe how are people on Zoom? Did they have questions?
Yeah, that's the challenge for me. I don't know. Because I've never really, I don't know where chat is.
I have this office for like 4 weeks already. How's everything so far for you guys?
It's so magnificent. We're hypnotized, I think, Kien. Yeah, I am. It's just, I can't find the chat for some reason.
All the arrangements all around, you can see all the view on just one side.
So you see, these kind of arrangement I do for all around too, but for now I'm just doing the front first for everyone to view, and then but I also do it in the back too, but I'm gonna do it in a bit later. But it's also
Okay, just want everybody to know that this is being recorded. And I have all of your email addresses. So as soon as it's recorded, I'll send it to you. Is that okay? Okay. I'm not sure if I can find the chat. That's the only problem.
this type of arrangement is very trendy right now. Almost every yes.
Do you ever use sage for something?
Oh, I love say that. I think yeah. I'm not sure if you had that. It's one of the most common companion plant for rose,
Yeah.
sage and salvia. Yeah, I would love. I love geranium too. I don't know. I love all the flower, but you know, I love sage. Salvia. So everyone comes to me. Oh, I don't have a garden. I said, you know what? I don't have a garden either, but you know, but it's all possible. I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, I think we're very fortunate to live in San Francisco because I think the weather is so amazing that we have flower and year round. It's just like this kind of weather. The only one flower I cannot grow is that peony.
It's hard. Yeah, they grow in
Exactly.
Washington State.
Then it's cold.
Yeah.
But I heard so that's why I heard you. You put like a bucket of eye for a week.
I do it this one as well.
So I add those two orchids. It look like it jump out the arrangement, so it gives you more like a layer. It gives you more like dimension.
I like the variety.
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
thank you.
It's gorgeous.
I haven't used my spray though yet.
It's big.
Gotta use a spray.
We need to have pictures taken. If people have cameras. Yeah.
So also when it comes to price point, for this one arrangement, I use, you know, people don't put the whole thing in, you know, you can, I break them apart so I can maximize the use of arrangement. If you put them all in, it looks very like dense, you know, but I like to take them out. I wish I could have. I thought I only have half an hour, so I brought only two arrangements, two vases. I have lots of flower left, so
Oh, I mean, you can see for, I've got this scheduled for until 3 o'clock.
but I don't have any more vases.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm kind of curious if you could give some tips because I see you cut the length and you do it so well, and I tend to cut mine really short when I'm arranging. So, how do you? Any tips on doing it so? I guess
Oh, good point.
professionally, even though that's your job.
I love it.
But
You know,
for
that's
us,
a great question. I love that question because as you can see here, I have different tools to use. I have this for my ikebana. This is for the different material hard, and this is a knife. So I would do a demonstration for you on the difference between using a knife and using a scissor. So this is what I studied at school. So if you use a knife and you cut, a stem, you can see a smash the stem right here, right? So it's crushed, it crashed the stem. But the same thing, but if you use a knife, you cut it straight up, and it doesn't hurt that part much. So a knife is as the designer, you use a lot of knives. That's why and using a knife is very it takes time to practice. It's not easy at using a scissor. Also, when you work at the designer, you make it very quick. I don't have time to talk to you. Usually when I do, I'm very focused. I'm gonna get it done so I can make it as possible because it take me for hours. But if you have the scissor, you put up and down all the time. That's losing time. But you use the knife, you always have the knife in your hand, and it's always quick and easy. So the scissor is not, also another thing that when I learned it that with my teacher, she doesn't like me to have when you do demonstration, you do at home, the noise up and down. You see, it's very interruption, and she always asks us to have a tower so you can put a knife or a scissor, gently, so the sound, the noise doesn't interrupt you when you create a design. And you ask me for the technique to use because
The technique for the height of the flowers.
How you measure? How do you know how long you gonna cut the mat?
so the length is that because the stem, for roses, for most of the flowers, we pay for the price for the length of the stem. So now, if you go to Jada Joe, I love Jada Joe. I buy flowers a lot of Jada Joe, But if you see the row of the flower at Jada Joe, the stem is very short. Short means cheaper. So the a rose, for example, for this, the longer they are, the more expensive they will be. So that when you pay so much for the length of the stem, and you get them short, for me, kind of hurt. It hurt my wallet. So I try to use them as long as possible, but also I also can use them short too. Like this one is for me, it's just so pretty, it's just so tall, it's so big, and I make it short. It make it like I feel like it hurt my plant. I would rather, like, for example, if I have I have this short flower here, then I could use them short in the design. I could put them right here, so they are short, and I don't have to cut those flowers, the long one, make it short, get away. So you can see I add the top and they're ready. So this is how you train your eye, and I think it comes with time too, to be honest with you. So great question. Thank you so much. Like this, it's so pretty, and then you get like the short, and you waste it, So I want to maximize the beauty of stain, so I make it short, but not too short. Also, I try to get at the leaf out because I feel like the leaf will take away from the moisture of the flower. So any other questions?
Do you have a private lessons?
This is my very first time doing the public.
Oh, wow. You're doing a great job.
Thank you,
You're doing a great job. We can all hear you, and it's going to be recorded. It'll be on the internet probably tomorrow. So
I even don't share this event to any of my friends and family.
Oh.
I told my husband earlier, no, you're not allowed to see my doing it.
oh.
I don't feel comfortable.
You'll get the chance to see it in the video.
I'm sorry.
So can I have a question?
Yes.
When you are preparing the material for the illustration or arrangement, do you try to match the color first before you do the arrangement? I mean, do you try to prepare the material that the color that will match?
So I think that question is always in my head when I do the flower shopping. Oh, what the design, what the
Yeah, I
theme,
do the same thing.
what the theme, and what is Ubi like, and what in season, how gonna last, how then go together. The all the even even the shape of the flower, even they cut same, but if the shape if it's different, it will ruin the whole look. So that question is always stuck in my head when I go flower shopping. Oh, what color, what design, what shape, what design, all the question, and that make the arrangement. That how I shop and how I put them together. Just did I answer the question?
Yeah, yeah, I had the same consideration when I go shopping. The same thing.
It's struggling, I struggle every time, and sometimes, another part is the price too, I use it, I do it for use, I do it for fun, so I don't make profit, and I have to go. Everyone at the flower market knows my name because I always ask the price. How much is that? How much is that? Okay.
Should. Do you often go shopping at different locations on the same day? Like do you go to Trader Joe's when you go to the flower mart and maybe whatever other place that sells flowers?
Oh, I do it for this event too. So I bought these flowers on Friday, and then I also went to Trader Joe yesterday, and I went to the flower market yesterday, and also today to check. What is that?
Wow.
Even though I already bought all this one on Friday, but I still go different places. But you never know, and it's for example like Marion get me the apple. So see the apple change the whole look, add
Yeah, they
into
do,
design
for
very
sure.
differently. So
It's very festive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I told my colleagues that I have all flowers at home but at work. That's on Friday, because of this event.
Oh, that is so gorgeous.
I think I'm almost done with this design. So I'm gonna just add some to light it up the design a little bit, for me a little bit heavy looking. So I want to add something that makes the design a little bit more breathable.
Talking about the trend,
Yeah.
for this,
So these days we will do a lot of like this kind of events, like question, like a half moon upside down like this very often. You see everyone do that. Like you also see people do all this kind of same color too, like same pattern. It's been I can do a lot of different designs, but I feel like this one it make people more people like it, so I do this design. But I could do at home like if you give me that base there, I can make arrangement with that base too. So
can you do one since you have more flower?
oh absolutely, I can arrange some
You
with.
use my base with you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
It's not big enough. It's not big enough. I didn't bring me big
You
vase.
see that I add the grass, it change the whole look. Little relax. Sherry and I we have the same picture. We study in Kepana and they have the same picture.
So, that is so Woodside. What can I say?
Thank you so much, Maria.
You're welcome, of course.
I think I'm gonna add one more of the grass and I'm done with that design. And if you have any question, please let me know. You guys so lucky, you enjoy the flower, you have Sherry giving you the champagne. Life is good at the
I
park.
know, the price is right.
Yeah, smile.
And free too.
I might as well invite a little bit.
But because this year I started this, I started flowers very different. But if you do at home, please, you do anything you want. That's what makes you happy. I think that's the key.
When did you start designing flowers? Was it just like when you were a child? Or did you come into it? Like, how did you do it?
Um, when I was little, I love flowers, but I never thought I would study flowers. Then I came to the US. I studied marketing, and I got it. And I went to work. I graduated, went to work, and then you know what? I should do. I should study flower. And I took class with a city college with Sherry, same of the Sherry, same teacher.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. See, that's I'm nervous. And when I studied Ikebana at the Ikebana designer, you usually tend to do what you have in the garden. So I said, maybe I should grow flower. So from design flower, I changed to study how to grow flowers. I went back to school. I studied horticulture, landscape design, and then I grow my flowers. But then I should do my vase. So I should have my own vase. So I took the poly class. I should be college, but I do nothing with it. Like it's hard. But I think that this this also 2 weeks old.
Wow.
It's also very popular. I don't know where to put them, but let's see.
In the front might work.
So I encourage you, if you have time and if you are San Francisco resident, I encourage you to take classes at City College. We offer a lot of classes at City College, and yes,
Chicken wire for that as well?
yeah, there's a
That
chicken
one?
wire in
Okay.
the bottom. Yeah,
That one too? Okay.
I have a trick. If you don't have a chicken wire, I'm sorry.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You know,
You
you
also
have
a teacher too.
When you have the wire a hanger from the laundromat, it's very soft. And what I do, I smash it
Oh,
instead of chicken wire.
Mm.
There's a hook, and I just bend the hook and I put on the edge of the base, and it stays. So that's my trick.
very practical.
I'm sorry, Ken.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But you do what is best for you and what you have. That's why I started Ikebana, the same school with a Kathy. You decide whatever flower you have for any occasion, but at any time. So that yeah. So I just fix the back so it doesn't look like it's the back, but it's the front.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's
So
so
I have
beautiful.
two.
It's Woodside. It's architectural. It's architectural digest.
Or maybe now. I'm sorry. What time is it, Marianne?
It's town and country. It's 2:20.
What time is it?
2:20.
Oh, 2:20. Oh wow, we went.
It's okay. Don't worry. I mean, I have this recording on till 3. I think.
So these the two arrangements for today. I hope you like it. Show you do the bouquet in 10 minutes.
Okay, if you want to, we'd love that.
Maybe I can do a quick bouquet. Maybe at 2:30, and if I have flower left, and maybe I can do more bouquet for interview to bring home. How does that sound to you? So I don't want to carry all this one back to my Uber. Too much work and go up and down the stair,
They probably a tattoo ball.
Yeah, exactly. I think when you do the bouquet, you also have the same formula too. You know, you have focal point. You know, they have focal point. You have mass. You have light. All that. You have to follow all that part to make
Do
the
you use
design.
more green? Can you use more green when you do the bouquet? Do you use more green?
Green.
Yeah, do you do that?
I do a lot of green too, but this just today happened that I use a lot of flowers. I explained to you earlier.
Somebody needs to get married today.
Do you have rubber band?
You know what? I can use. You want to use these? The nuts.
I have 2 rubber bands.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. I'll come and get it.
Yeah.
But is the bouquet ready? So you can put in the vase and you're ready. I think, oh, that's perfect. So you're so smart.
Oh, see the model. You do any, anywhere, any place.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's my
Beautiful.
bouquet is ready.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I cannot do the knife, I have to do the scissors.
Yeah.
When I cut the stem, I always cut at an angle because there's nothing to do with when you cut the angle you get more surface. No, that's not the case. The science thing is that when you cut them at the angle, when you put them in the vase, for example, if you cut the flowers, if you cut flowers at the flat, then they will sit in the bottom of the vase, and there's no way the water will come to the stem. But if you do the at the angle and you put them in the vase at this flat, you know, that the water will come to stem. That basic that the why you cut at the angle. There's nothing to do. If you cut at the angle, if you have more surface, that's not that. But maybe I will give this one to Marianne to congratulate you today.
Thank you. Oh, lovely. I think I need to tell my husband we need to get married again.
Oh, okay. Here for you, Marianne.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy to have you, Kim. Thank you so much.
Anyway, I think I'm done for today. So if you have any question, and I have extra flowers here, so please feel free to bring them home. You have any questions?
We're gonna be raffling off the 2 arrangements that Ken just did.
Can you do this one, this space?
Yeah, I can do that for you too. I have some more flower left. Thank you. So this is a bit challenging because the vase is so just so small. You know, sometimes like, I don't know how many times I lose my knife and my scissors because I just put them together with my flowers. and I just dump everything in
Yeah.
the trash. Like every time I look for the knife,
And they're gone.
they're gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the apple again. Oh no, more vases.
Oh, perfect.
So you have the focal point that right there. And I may have to add the water on top because the stem of flower is too small. You know, so many times that I work, I have all these gorgeous cut flowers. I really want to use them. You know, I want to grow them in my garden. Every time I go home from work, I always carry with me like tons of like the cutting. You know, like my boss now she doesn't know, but now she knows because I see. If you see my Zoom, she knows. I always try to put the flowers short so I have the longest thing. You know, I went home and do propagated, but you know it didn't work that well. So when you cut with the knife, you see that's so clean looking.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, plus
Do you have to sharpen your knife every time you use it?
not so much. No, I never. It's been
What
here
sort
for like 4 years.
Is that a florist blade or is it just regular hobbyist? I mean, where do you buy the cutting tool?
Oh, all this one I buy at the flower market. I also do. I do the bouquet of flowers. I also follow the same thing. You know, focal point, line. Because the vase is too small, so it's hard to add more.
Oh, it's like Ikebana.
It's the apple from Marianne garden.
Yeah.
I say, oh, you can also bend the stem too, but you do the massage, and then maybe when they look straight, but if you not always, but most of the time when you use the most of the branches, you know, you can massage them a little softer,
Oh, really?
and you will see that this flower will change the look a little bit.
Okay.
But be careful because you know it takes time to pass it too. Like, I broke so many of the stain, you know. Like you can see that now they're more like different shapes. So when I add them on, so they add more character to the design instead of them being so straight, and I cannot. So I just want to keep them as just like that. So they show the beauty of each of the flowers. This so this I add more water because you know some stem very short. Okay, so we're done with this. I'm done.
Any more vases? Oh, they're beautiful.
Done. Any questions? Did you guys have the raffle so you can see?
Yeah,
who
we
win?
are. And someone's going to have to do the raffle because I don't really know what I'm doing. In other words,
I guess I'm elected.
you are elected. You are elected.
All right.
We would like to take photographs of the winners with their bouquet. Okay.
These are absolutely gorgeous. Thank you very much. Oh, we have a good crowd.
Introduce yourself, Rose, please.
Oh, I'm Rose Gelati. I'm past president of San Francisco Rose Society. We're going to take your work
In your driver's
for
license.
what we're going to do. We don't have any raffle tickets, but who has a birthday today? Who is a birthday today? Nobody has a birthday today. Who had a birthday yesterday? Somebody had a birthday yesterday, no?
How about just September?
What about a week ago?
Just thank you.
No,
Please.
no, whose birthday? You had a birthday?
No, my birthday
Was
was
my
in summer.
husband and I.
Okay.
I cannot bring my own
All
arrangement
right.
home. You know?
Today is the 11th of September. Whose birthday is the closest to today?
Wednesday, my birthday.
When?
Wednesday.
This coming Wednesday?
And which
That's
one?
close enough.
That's close enough.
Come on up and choose one of the,
Any of these?
any of these.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my God.
Except mine.
Yes.
Oh, I like that one.
Any of these.
Any of these?
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you
There's
kidding me?
One,
You're
two,
so
three.
This one right here.
Okay. We need somebody else who had a birthday close to it.
Birthday in October.
Birthday in October. Somebody have a birthday in October? Okay. When is your birthday? 31st. That's still October. Okay.
Oh my, I can't choose. I'm so confused. You have to take one. I'll take this one.
Okay.
Thanks. Do we want to take pictures of you?
We're going to take a picture of you. Yeah.
If you want to stand
And we need,
With the fan. Oh, with the-
we
it's
need
okay.
one more. We have. Okay. We have two of these. Which one would you like?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Which one would you like?
Okay, go home.
That one? Okay. We have the bouquet and the vase.
I'll take a picture.
We need somebody else.
It's gonna be our newsletter. That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah. We might put
In
you on the
August.
website.
Okay, come on up.
Yeah, we might put you on the website. Say no.
This one is yours.
Thank
Okay.
And then,
Thank
you know, yeah, you know.
Take a picture. Wait a minute.
We want to take a photograph of you. Thank you. Turn it around. Yeah, yeah.
There,
you
turn
go.
it around to
Yeah,
the
turn
front.
it around so the roses in the
There
front.
you go.
That's lovely.
Okay, very well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you very much for your expertise.
Is,
Where's Clayton?
Clayton,
I also
Like-
have all leftover flowers here. Please, feel free to come.
Thank you.
If your
Super
birthday
generous.
in December, then
Are you going to balance on that? Okay.
Taking a picture.
Oh, you see your picture?
I'm glad that everybody enjoyed the champagne. And
Oh, we're enjoying ourselves for sure.
it's gonna be better.
I never drink.
Beautiful San Francisco afternoon. So let's say cheers.
We're so lucky with this weather today.
You can say cheers later.
Yes.
Actually say cheers.
Cheers. Yay.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you very much, all of you, for coming.
This is a great day. Thank you so much for being here and making it what it deserves to be a great day in the Golden Gate Park Rose Garden. This is why we do what we do. So it's all about you. This is just wonderful to see you. Please come again because we do this all year long and we do it for each other. And that's what a party is about. It's about sharing
Yeah.
and making something good for each other. And this has been wonderful. So thank you so much for being here. And you can stay for a while because it is a party. So we're not asking you to leave.
But you don't need to
That's
leave.
just the end of the demonstration. So, hang around and, be here for a while because we're not kicking anybody out yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, stay for a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yes,
gonna-
exactly.